The previous episode was over 4 hours and 47 minutes long. That is the longest video I've ever made. And I've been making videos for over 10 years, almost 11 years. Not bad gear. But let's see if I can acquire some better stuff.
High fire rate and recoil reduction into one lethal weapon.
Pretty decent shotgun right there. Barrel 4, 2.7 fire rate, so it must have a good body. Accuracy's not impressive because it's flat off. Best part left side. Still interested in a masher and an incendiary revolver. I know I have an incendiary SMG, but I prefer revolvers as my elemental delivery system of choice.
Hello, traveler. There are new missions available on the T-Bone Junction bounty board.
I'll wait till I'm somewhere in the high 20s, close to level 31, before I check that shop up there, or that one up there.
Here. I've got an opportunity for you. Come see me at my place in T-Bone Junction.
The reason the first episode was a mega episode is because I want to get on through the Arid Badlands in the fewest number of episodes possible, even if they end up being mega episodes. 4+ hours is basically 2 episodes in one, maybe more than that, maybe more like 2.5 episodes. Corrosive Betty. If I find a cool enough level 31 Tediore weapon, I'll stash it and save it for later. Same if it's level 22. Or if it's a good enough shield or a class mod. But I'm not going to visit the Marcus or Zed's shops here because I want to avoid the temptation of spending that much money this early. Plus, it's just not necessary to plan that far ahead. Planning ahead is a good thing. Just don't plan so far ahead that you lose sight of the present. $59.6 with barrel 2. Hyperion shotguns are awesome. Definitely Mordy style shotguns. S&S, in my opinion, makes the most Roland style shotguns. Torg makes the most brick style shotguns. Hyperion makes the most Morty style shotguns. Or maybe Jacobs. All in all, Morty can get the most use out of Jacobs. If I found a level 31 equalizer, I'd keep it. I predict that the first legendary I find that I'll actually be able to use will be a level 22 equalizer. Can't just leave my vehicle in the middle of the street like that. Responsible parking, yo. Which this isn't. That's not a parking space. I've boxed everyone in here. I should have parked right there. Well, no. There's that gap right there. What am I doing? This is a video game. I don't need to concern myself with such things.
Regenerate ammo or even heal you. Get yours right here.
Sometimes I take the whole lawful good ethos a bit too far. Technically, I'm neutral good with lawful tendencies, but that takes too long to say. All right. Right before opening that ammo crate, I remembered I just maxed out on SMG ammo. Double Anarchies always have barrel 1 or barrel 2. Double SMGs are just as good as double Anarchies because they can have better barrels and can be more accurate. A double SMG can even have barrel 5. Hyperion doesn't make double Anarchies, nor do they make Stompers. But they do make Cobras. By the way, the double Anarchy unleashes 4 projectiles at the cost of 2 cartridges. Like so. Basically a full auto shotgun that uses SMG ammo. Or an SMG that functions like a full auto shotgun.
Don't you understand? Get out of here.
Of sorts. I typically don't use shotguns that have an accuracy rating below 30. I hate sweepers. I love a spike accessory on a shotgun, but I don't like shotguns that throw ultra-loose Hollywood-style patterns. I like shotguns that throw nice, tight patterns. I like brutes with barrel 4 and spiked deaths with barrel 5. Spiked brutes and spiked deaths. The spike isn't absolutely necessary, but it sure is fun. Pretty good, well-rounded SMG right there. It doesn't fulfill any of my needs. At this rate, I might get past the Arid Badlands.
Hello there, good
within
friend.
the next couple of episodes. Gotta check the Jacobs shops. Jacobs Cove shops. This is something you'll notice about me. I begin and end every episode with a shopping spree. I always go to T-Bone Junction first, scrounge and sell all the stuff I find. If I find something that's worth keeping, I'll certainly keep it. That's how I maintain my funds. That way, if I see something interesting in a shop, I can just buy it. Because I'm economically viable.
Dr. Ned gave me the following awards this year. Most effective claptrap in life-threatening situations, hottest performer of mid-80s breakdance fighting, master orator, and best...
Master orator. Don't know about that one. Apprentice orator is more like it.
Want to shoot a lot of bullets really fast? Vladov has your needs covered.
Good accuracy for a double machine pistol. But that's Hyperion for you.
Don't know who to trust? You can always trust the gun at your side.
The boat can leave now. Tell the crew. Shoot.
Choose Dr. Ned before you're undead.
Let the turrets have some fun. Shoot all the way around it, why don't you? Well, that's a double anarchy for you.
Dr. Ned gave me the following awards this year.
Pointless to have a scope on it, but at least it's this type of scope that I actually like. It's still structurally superfluous, but the aperture looks cool. Looks like a retro TV set, which makes it a bit more tolerable. Coolness factor makes everything more tolerable. Not necessarily more practical, just more tolerable. You know what I might be a heretic here, but you know what I like better than the double anarchy? A twisted barrel SMG, which I call a corkscrew or helix, which is, it can't have an elemental capacitor, or rather it can, but the elemental capacitor overrides the twisted effect, and it can't be a double anarchy, but it can have a twin shot or double accessory, whichever you prefer to call it. Which means you could call it double twisted or double helix, whichever you think. Which do you think sounds cooler? Double twisted or double helix?
The place gets right. You can paint all kinds of pretty colors to boot. Let's trick out your ride.
Going too slow.
Oscar Papa Foxtrot Tango Whiskey. Did I mention I like Doll? Probably should have checked that shop back there. Might have a better Tediore shield. But I'd rather check the weapon shop. See, the double anarchy is not ideal for all situations.
And you too can see what it feels like to hold the power of the gods in your hands.
Oh. Now I've got a masher to play with. 2 revolvers, one for up close and one for far away. Selection of SMGs. I'll put my accurate one on there. So now I've gone kind of the opposite of how I was before. I had a long-range revolver and a close-range SMG. Now I have a close to medium-range revolver and a long-range SMG. This has, I think that's barrel 5 combined with body 5. That's a pretty mean-looking SMG.
It's a good defense. So get yourself a lot of recoil, allowing you to stay accurate
Barrel 3 on this. Notice how the rear sight has neither a notch nor a groove, which makes it kind of confusing to aim. It's a 3-shooter, which means it's more powerful than a 6-shooter, but not as powerful as a 2-shooter. The 2-shot cylinder is a Type 5 part, by the way.
Like that?
Who says Tediore guns suck, huh? That was Site 2. Will I find some level 22 Tediore stuff? Two Mervs, 2 Prox mines. Don't like Prox mines all that much. I prefer Mervs. Slow firing SNS machine gun. Why do you keep getting stuck on the scenery? That machine gun has body 2 or body 4.
Another trophy on my wall.
It will have a fire rate of 4.5 or 4.9.
Nothing like a challenging kill.
It's body 2 and the fire rate will be 4.9. Called it. Really? That is body 1. Jumped out the wrong way. I could have illustrated right there why I spawned 2 vehicles, but I didn't think about it. That's not going to be very good at all. No, she's not a beaut. It could come in handy if it was an actual good one. Might as well get some use out of it. Just to illustrate why it sucks. Okay, that's a bad example. Pop skull. Wait, does this proc per shot? No. I hate scopes. What? I'm surprised I got 2 elemental procs out of this thing. See how many procs I can get per mag on average. 1 proc. 1 proc. So sometimes 1, sometimes 2. That sort of inconsistency is useless to me. Now, they could have made elemental pounders useful by making them proc per shot, like a revolver does. Revolvers always proc per shot, regardless of make, model, or element. Or regardless of elemental rating. I don't really need this now that I have a masher. But I just can't bring myself to get rid of it. Could check those red chests over there. Oops. Quit cocking your gun. This game is such a product of its era. Something I hope they change in remastered. Take away the unnecessary copy. Find some other way to represent equip speed. White label, but built from good parts. Let's see the accuracy on that. Better than flat off. Barrel 4 combined with a Type 4 cylinder. Referred to as Mag 4. While I'm here, I might as well check those red chests. Come on, why prolong the inevitable? Why is everyone moving around like a spaz? Irritating. Why isn't this killing enemies with one shot? It's a masher. I know at that range I wouldn't expect a masher to kill with one shot unless it had barrel 5. This has barrel 3. Finish him. Level 13 Tediore stuff, if you please. Yeah. A thumper is basically the SMG version of a pounder. It's a type of gun nobody likes. That'll be a level 5, even though it should be level 10. Good parts, though. Barrel 3, sight 4, and stock 2, I think. Not sure what kind of body. That's kind of hard to discern. I predict this will be a rip-off chest with only one chintzy pistol in it. As per typical.
You want me to share, huh?
I'll let Bloodwing have some fun. Oops. Good arm. Ha. Idiot. And he actually was holding a rifle when he said that. I do need a better shield. ×2 incendiary. If it's an SMG and it's at least ×2 elemental and it's not a Malawan, it should be pretty good. If it's a Malawan, it can get away with ×1. Ha! Fine. Nobody wants to play with me! Will I score a class mod?
Let's get you rolling.
Let's get our feet out of the dust.
You'll see why I did that in a moment. Slump. Rocking some good heavy hitter type weapons here. Though I kind of would like to have a stomper with an 18-round mag.
Wanna shoot a lot of bullets really fast?
That's underscoped. It has all good parts except for its chintzy Type 1 scope.
Get your meds here.
Best part on the right side.
Remember, you can always count on Marty.
I don't do chintzy. It's not my style. Or maybe it is since I'm Tediore. Tediore is all about chintzy. So says their reputation. They're like the department store brand. Anyone who knows about guns in real life knows not to buy from department stores. Tediore's whole shtick, though, is that they're the cheap and affordable brand. I was wondering how much progress I was making on that. Might as well make a little more.
First aid kit. You won't regret it. Help me shout out. Come on, catch a ride. Sure catch a ride.
And that's why I spawned that.
Don't just stand there, thumbs up your ass and slack, John.
Let's see if the shops will change over right before I get to them. Also, I finished my drink, but I'm still thirsty, so I might go get another one. I made it.
Right up.
Best part, left side.
You're the best gunman in
See if I can check the Underdome shops before they change over. They might change over the moment I spawn in here. Come on.
Dolls, guns, absorb
Made it just in time. Usually it skips the last 20 seconds.
throughout the fight.
Decent payload rifle right there, despite having the least accurate barrel, which is barrel 2. It's S&S, so it's not weighted. The bare minimum accuracy, 93.6. That's serviceable. Serviceable, if not serviceable, though not exceptional, is how I should phrase that. An S&S machine pistol can do just fine,
Now for you, get a molly
even with
and
barrel
light
1.
some people on fire.
Decent fire rate on that. By Tediore standards, 1.1. I don't like Matadors unless they're made by Atlas or Jacobs.
Enough beasties out there, and you'll be happy you bought from the first aid kit. You won't regret it.
What do I feel like doing? I think with the stuff I've currently got, I could take on Mo and Marley. The third round of this can be kind of tough if you don't have an acid weapon. If you have an acid weapon, it's pretty easy. Since the shops have changed over, I might as well check them. I really do want an incendiary revolver, even though I have an incendiary SMG, which should do the job on Marley. Against Mo, I'll have to use something else. And if I can get the two of them separate, you gotta keep them separated, then it'll be a whole lot easier. I can incinerate Marley with
Over here.
a good Bernie Go Nuts weapon, and then wail on Mo with multi-projectile weapons. Masher, shotgun, and double anarchy. Actually, this other SMG, what is it, a Bruiser or a Stinger? Those are both good SMG types. Stinger. Shoot down its throat with that thing. That'll do something, I guarantee it.
Incredibly fast reload speeds. Tediore makes an easy-to-use gun. All the latest and greatest in high-powered weaponry and gear.
Best part left side.
Convenience.
Gotta check Jacob's Cove next. 150 shield capacity versus 340 health.
Oddly.
That's a bit out of proportion, but it's because level 13 is the highest level of shield I can use till I hit level 22, and I'm currently level 17. Hence the huge difference there. Normally, I prefer to try to keep my shield capacity balanced with my health, depending on what level I am and what kind of shield I'm using. Like if I'm using a Torg and I'm playing as Brick, I expect my health to be a lot higher than my shield capacity. But I don't usually use Torg shields as Brick, because it's kind of redundant. Falls within the purview of to augment or to offset. That is the question. I often say Torg shields are more ideal for Mordy than they are for Brick, because Mordy is the glass cannon.
Here's a free tip, soon-to-be zombie-paced man. You can't kill already dead flesh.
With the lowest
Hey,
health.
guys won't do diddly to a zombie.
But he also has, despite his having the lowest health, he also has a lot of skills and such that give him great survivability.
Who knows what you're gonna find in the vault? Make sure you
Which can be augmented further by combining certain shields with certain class mods. Shoot.
choose Dr. Ned before you're undead.
Oh, shucks. Let the turrets have some fun. A whole lot of nothing interesting.
Everybody's doing the claptrap. Mysticating zombies for the thrill.
Mysticating?
Up my grill, of your lifetime.
Don't make me jump twice over the same small step. Well, it was worth a shot.
And you too can see what it feels like to hold the power of the gods in your hands. Whether you are killing bad guys or exploring the unknown, you need a trusty gun by your side. Hey, this is where the cars land. Get you one.
Not bothering to spawn two of them this time,
A nice, relaxing drive.
since I won't need to teleport back there. What I'll do instead is spawn one right
Get
here.
our feet out of the dust.
Our feet out of the dust, get it? Of course, he doesn't mean the dust. Best part middle, best part right side. Most gamers nowadays play Borderlands 2, then go back and play Borderlands 1 retroactively. See how this masher matches with my shotgun.
BL1 guns shoot more lightning than the next leading competitor.
Oh, it's a doll. It's a doll.
First aid kit, and you won't regret it. Don't know who to trust? You can always trust the gun at your side.
Saw the gray color. Got excited for a moment there. Because I love stompers. They have only one weakness. Slow bullets. That and the fact that the majority of them have skimpy 12-round mags, but that's a weakness inherent to all combat rifles. Ugh. Ugh. Chunks. Payload rifle. It's a gamble. I hate gambles. I also don't like elemental shotgun. They don't proc reliably.
You weren't using a Jacob.
What is a white label gun doing in the special of the day section? See how that compares to my Cobra, just out of curiosity. I've always liked the look of Tediore guns when they have material 3. They have this bone white color to them. Makes them look like they're made out of some sort of space-age polymer. Also notice the forearm on this, how it has cutaway sections. Lots of guns actually are designed that way in real life. This too. And their revolvers have cool looking grips. I don't know, should I teleport back to that other car and go check the shops at Headstone Mine? I really do want a better shield with higher capacity. Yeah, I have to know. There's also a red chest here that contains over-leveled equipment that can be at least as high as level 19, possibly as high as level 22, maybe 25.
Get your meds here.
Best part, left side. And my Tediore shield has a better recharge rate than that Anshin. That illustrates how important parts are. Best part, right side, right there. Same middle part, same middle part, same middle part. What's mine got? A different middle part.
Teach those last guys a thing or two about firepower.
Cursor, pay attention. Something else they need to fix in Borderlands Remastered.
Time for a nice relaxing ride.
I'm still thirsty, so I'm going to go get a drink in a moment here.
Get your minutes here.
Best part, middle.
Always something new. Visit all our convenient locations.
All right. Just a moment. I'm back. Drinking a Kroger brand soda called The Physicist, spelled with an F-I-Z-Z. Get it? Not primal enough. Normally for this part of the game, if I wasn't doing an allegiance run, or depending on which allegiance I was doing, if it was something other than this, I would want well, if I was level 17, I would want a level 16 Pangolin shield. When I play the game normally, I tend to alternate between just a moment. You made me miss. That's a death sentence. If you make me miss, I'll prioritize you as the target. Chintzy. What was I saying? I got so cheesed off about that galoot pushing me around. I should get some use out of this. Barrel 2, it has a good body on it. It has a chintzy scope. Sight 1, and it has a chintzy stock 1. I could do this all day. Back myself into a corner there. That's when you start laying out the melee strikes. Or that's when you break out the shotgun. Should get some more use out of this. I love scoring long-range shots with plain old iron sights. Seems like the sort of thing Hammerlock would do. Not as impressive as I hoped it would be. Should have been able to... See, I feel I should have been able to do that within 1 or 2 shots. But if you notice, these sights don't line up perfectly. And this is the best barrel type, or at least the most accurate. Barrel 4 is the most powerful and is the 3rd most accurate. This is barrel 5, which is the most accurate. But you have to work around those sights being just slightly off center. If they lined up perfectly, these sights would be perfect. Master, you're up. You jumped out to make your last stand, and it was utterly futile. That's gotta suck. Level 10 Torg with built entirely from Type 2 parts. Barrel 2, Body 2, Stock 2. I predict it will have a fire rate of 5.7. Called it. I don't even need to pick these things up for the resale value. Since I do that at T-Bone Junction with over-leveled stuff, it's just a force of habit. Old habits die hard, especially if they're habits you developed over the course of like a decade. I'll let Bloodwing have some... What? Yeah, I pressed the right button this time. They're up there. They're up there, and I'm looking at them. Oh, fine, come on back. 2 for 2 sale. Almost as good as a 2 for 1 sale. Now, should I go back and buy more ammo, or should I just go for it? I'll just go for it. They don't even mess around with these guys. That's a really tall cactoid. That's a big one. We might need this. Ha!
So big, so angry, so dead.
See, this is why I like having a toolkit at my disposal, so to speak, that allows for maximum utility
You like that?
and versatility. Use key wasn't doing anything because of the water. The water confuses the game. Something else I hope they fix in Borderlands Remastered.
Another walking meat puppet.
Meat Puppet. You like that band? One of my favorite Meat Puppet songs is Pop Skull. Of course! Well, the good news is Mo and Marley are separated. Gotta keep them separated. Oh yeah, this might work. With bigger, tougher skags, if you can't aim down their throat, the next best thing is to shoot them in the flanks. Anywhere where they don't have armor. This SMG hits hard enough that
I don't think he liked me.
Stinger hits hard enough. To usurp that armored carapace. I'll take a swig of my drink here. Seems like SMGs have been doing most of the work so far. That'll probably change around level 22. An Atlas.
Satisfaction abounds.
That is cheap looking. It has the substandard skin, whatever you call that. I think there are 4 material types per brand. And there's always one that represents the cheapest. Get the annoyances out of my face first. Now I use Mo's element against you. doing a whole lot. There we go. Delta Oscar Tango. Not the best example of it. If I had an acid revolver, this would be over by now. I never run out of more than one ammo type at a time. Should get some more use out of this before I sell it. And this. Ah, you missed. Not bad for a two-shooter. It's only as good as it is because it has barrel 3. If it had barrel 1 or 2, being a two-shooter wouldn't make up for it. Right there, an illustration of why I don't generally like two-shooters. Don't like two-shooters because 2 just isn't enough. Plus, if you have to pump it, it doesn't make sense that it should only hold 2 rounds. It should be a bare minimum of 3. If it has a revolving cylinder, bare minimum of 3 chambers. It's only logical. Cactoids. Seems like there should be a chest up here on this precipice somewhere. Otherwise, it's just like, why is it here? If not a chest, at least stick an ammo crate somewhere. Get some hammerlock style hunting going on up in here. Hitting the H at 900 yards. There's one coming up around this way. Thinks it's gonna get the drop on me. Well, you could have gotten the drop on me if you hadn't announced your presence. Cheesehead. That one looks like it should be tougher than that one. Maybe I shot it in just the right place, at just the right time. Another Atlas gun. It's just a white label, but Atlas still has a certain prestige to it. Of course, my inventory is probably full. Overeager there. How did I screw that up twice? How do you do that? How do you perform 2 jumps within 1 second? Well, I got some use out of this. I can sell it now. Favor the masher. By the way, this game offers so many different methods of ammo regen that once it becomes available to you, there's no excuse for running out of ammo. Since I'm using Tediore, it'll be Tediore legendaries that perform that function, starting at level 22. Told you what happens when you make me miss. Best part left side.
Don't know who to trust? You can always trust the gun at your side.
Go ahead and retire this. Keep this. Keep this. Wouldn't mind having a good electric weapon. Three different SMGs, and they're all good.
This price is available on all weapons and gear.
But if I had to pick just one, I'd go with the Stinger. Best accuracy. Still interested in an incendiary revolver.
The SNS philosophy is tech plus ammo capacity equals I win. Want to make a bigger move? Buy a better mod. First aid kit.
Best part left side. Incendiary revolver or a stomper, and I would definitely like a better shield.
You don't need to be a better shot.
Hostile? What's so hostile about it? Well, aside from the healthy mag. Every time I hear the word hostile, the first thing I think of is a particular Pantera song. I know some of you know the one I'm thinking of. My fellow early 90s thrash metal fans.
My talents were squandered on this rock.
Don't look at it that way. You'll just get depressed. What's the accuracy? 81.4. That's pretty close to a Hyperion shotgun with barrel 5, if the numbers are consistent. That's like 82 point something. Phenomenal.
There's been some talk that certain employees have been
By shotgun standards.
manufactured by the Jacobs Corporation for their elemental modifications. We remind ourselves of the company motto. If it ain't a Jacob, I'm dead. Please lead by example.
You can do this whole DLC with nothing but a single Jacobs multi-projectile weapon
That's where the pudding is.
with the double X material type.
Want to shoot a lot of bullets really fast? Vladov has your needs
That might be better than the one I've got. Overall, yes. Yes, it is. It's got a sight that I prefer, and it's got a better body. And those 2 points of damage don't count for a whole lot, so it's a good thing I came here. Don't really need an electric one. It's got my favorite type of sight. Sight 2.
Always the way to go.
It's only too bad it doesn't have an 18-round mag. I really like Whitting's elephant gun. Before there was the Jacobs Buffalo, there was Whitting's elephant gun, which I refer to as a safari rifle. My general term for a sniper rifle with no scope and just plain old basic iron sights. By the way, did I check that red chest? I don't remember. No, I didn't. Level 4. It'll be either 4 or 19. Called it. Barrel 2, body 5, stock 3 or 4. I need to do some more. I need to re-research the Borderlands wiki. Atlas. Oh! Oh! It's an Atlas Masher with barrel 5. You could trample upon the entire Arid Badlands with just that. Let the turrets have some fun. Best part in the middle.
So that I won't have to fix you up later.
Proclaiming that we are somehow responsible for not supplying evacuation from the sudden passing of 97% of the workforce. We would like to remind the surviving 3% that we are not a taxi service, and further spread of this
Don't
material
go falling in love with me, stranger. I've been hurt too many times.
The moral nihilism of corporatism. Since the shop's changed over, I should check them again. Payload rifle.
Your grenade should do more than just explode. Get your hands here with a new mod today.
We can determine that this part on the right must be better than that one and must pertain to recharge rate. Wait, that's a panacea. A panacea. That makes it the better choice overall. Best part left side. But just in case I decide that I really want that faster recharge rate, it's not that much of a difference. The two class mods available to Tediore Mordy are Ranger and Scavenger. Depending on what material they're built from and their overall quality, it's possible for a Scavenger class mod to have health regen. Combine that with a Panacea shield, also made by Tediore, and at least one Tediore legendary to regen ammo, and you can see why I chose Tediore for Mordy. Even though they don't make sniper rifles. You can use high accuracy revolvers as sort of a substitute. You can use high quality combat rifles as sort of a substitute. Now that's a good double anarchy. A desert anarchy. Barrel 3, body 3. If this was a masher, it would be truly excellent. Best part left side, best part right side. Now, why couldn't this one have been a panacea? See, now I have to buy this. Now I have to have one of each. I want the panacea's quick health recovery effect, but I also want good base stats. Good capacity. Good recharge rate.
Over here! I need your help with something.
By the way, most of the panaceas I've found have had this left side part on them. Rapid Panacea, it actually says quick health regen. Rapid Healing Shield, and it says very slow health regen. I'm going to sell the one with the false advertising, yo. But look at its resale value, 1138. As in THX 1138. Why does the Panacea have lower resale value? Everyone knows the Panacea is the most sought after Tediore shield. How much time in the shops? 12 and a half. Now that I have a Panacea, I shouldn't need to pack any med kits or any such thing. Look at the accuracy on that. With barrel 2, that's Hyperion for you, 62.7. Still wouldn't want to have a scope on it because, well, scopes are structurally superfluous on shotguns. Even if they're high accuracy shotguns. Go ahead and sell these.
There are new bounties available.
Another day, another kill.
Level 18. Might as well do this. Might not even need fire.
Time for a nice relaxing.
Typically, I prefer to have an acid weapon or acid and fire for dealing with the big skags. The alpha skags can be easily annihilated with a fire weapon, especially if it's a fire revolver. Badass fire skags can be easily dealt with an acid revolver.
You like that?
Give me 2 more than 1 shot. You weren't using your Jacobs.
I like this masher better than the 2-shooter shotgun.
Atlas spares no expense in making guns that exist.
Look at that fire rate. Awful. This might be better than the double anarchy I've got, or it might be evenly matched. Let's find out. It has barrel 1, the one I have has barrel 2. This one is overall better. Notice the material type looks a little bit different. But it doesn't really have that. Maybe it does. I guess it kind of does have that Material 3 look to it. With the off-white, bone white color. Level 2, don't insult me. Best part in the middle, though.
Iron Atlas, and you too can see what it feels like to hold the power of the gods in your hands.
Go ahead and sell this one. Am I maxed out? This should be enough. Slow fire rate. I can work with it. Oh yeah, if this can deal with those, you're good to go. Best part, left side best part in the middle. But it's level 6. Why not 15? Well, that wasn't a level 15 mission. This one is. Still, it seems like you should at least get a level 10 reward for a level 12 mission. Otherwise, you're getting ripped off, aren't you?
Just can't carry enough bullets for your favorite gun? Sounds like you need a storage deck upgrade. Supply limited.
545. I'll always notice certain numbers like that. 223, 556, 545, 939. Fire it up, fire it up, fire it up, fire it up. Reference to the Crow, by the way. Wonderful cash. Why do you give me a level 7 reward for level 15 mission? Level 18. Which is what I am.
Jacob scans do one thing really well.
And all my weapons and gear are level 13.
What else do you need?
But they should be able to be contenders.
Only buy the best. If the vault is real, you'll be able to afford it.
Will there be a badass fire scan? Let's find out today. I hate Tediore grenades. I hate flat-off grenades too. Would you quit getting in my way? You're just annoying. Did Bloodwing actually do anything? Why is neither of these are on fire? Why is that? Where did you go? I see the red dot. Where did you go? There you are. Why are you doing that? How were you able to run under my grenade? That was about as inelegant as you can get. using the word inelegant because that's the word Zero uses in Borderlands 2 to describe slag. That's a pretty good revolver. Has body 5 on it, hence the 1.9 fire rate. That's an adequate reward. But of course I can't use it.
400% more awesome. Also, torque gonna make the guns out of freaking wood. Even the best gunman gets hit from time to time. So make sure your shield is up to par.
Now all that's left to do before Sledge is this. Shops are about to change over. Can I get a Tediore pounder?
Combines good damage, high fire rate, and recoil reduction into one lethal weapon.
That looks funny. Short barrel, big scope. Normally, I always prefer to have acid and fire weapons when I come here, but my heavy hitter weapons should be able to do the job with sheer power. Best part, left side.
Don't let the lads get the upper hand. Get a better gun today.
Why does he say, don't let the Lance get the upper hand? Why not say the Lance? Why does he say the Lance? I hate it when people do that. Say the instead of the. It doesn't sound as annoying when it's the other way around. Everyone talks like that nowadays, though. I'm not naming names. You'll know it when you hear it. But it's annoying to listen to. People who say "the" before words that start with a consonant sound. I took a public speaking class in college. So I'm not just making these things up. Always be mindful of your listening. See, a fire revolver would be able to take out each and every one of these with like 2 shots per each. 2 shots per alpha stack. Open your face. Quit getting stuck on the scenery, Morty. Come on. Everything's so tedious. Resupply on ammo.
Teach those last guys a thing or two about firepower.
See how the Stinger does against the big uns. What do these things growl out of? Their mouth parts are awfully lobster-like, which is only appropriate. They're called... I mean, where do you think the craw part of Cromorax's name comes from? Crawdad, which is basically a freshwater lobster. Freshwater cousin of the lobster. One time back, I used to work in the sterile lab of an orthopedics plant. And I worked the night shift. And when I was leaving the building one morning, there was a crawdad right outside the entrance. It must have scuttled its way over from a nearby creek. I picked it up and took it back to the creek. And one of my coworkers, she thought she was going crazy. She thought she had seen a lobster because she had never seen a crawdad before. I reassured her she was not crazy, and it was a crawdad. I reassured her that she was not crazy, and that it was a crawdad that she had seen. That's how I should have phrased it. Come on, don't get me stuck in the scenery. Really? That'll miss and won't do anything. Called it. Oh. .93.6. Barrel 1 on the Hyperion, barrel 5 on the Tediore. Remember, I'd normally have, if I wasn't doing an Allegiance run, a level 16 Penguin shoot. At least I know I can rely on the sheer power of my weapons to actually allow me to score second wins. If that was a masher, I wonder how it would contend with the masher I've got. That would have been awesome if I'd shot it down the throat with a masher. Oh, come on. Oh. Really? This progress is being made very, very slowly, even by my standards. Thought you were going to open your face. Why do you move around like a spaz like that? Makes it impossible for me to dodge your attacks. That's dirty cool. Cut you right down the spine. Oh, please. Can we just be done with this?
Like that?
This goes so much more smoothly when you have an acid revolver, or a fire revolver, or one of each, or an acid revolver and an incendiary launcher. My fire SMG failed to impress me.
So many to choose from.
This could... Oh, it's a Helix. Yeah, I know I'm doing Tediore, but if I wasn't, I mean... Normally I use a shotgun as a jackhammer for busting crystals. But a masher works just the same. Thought I saw an exploding barrel there for a moment, that's why I aimed slightly downward. Same things. Come on, let's not draw this out. Hate it when simple things start taking too long. I wonder if I'll be able to contend with all those alpha skags down in that one arena type place. If I had an incendiary revolver, I most certainly could. Payload rifle. Good sight on that. But 85.4 accuracy, it doesn't warrant a scope. Fire revolver? Of course not. If it has 4-figure resale or better, I'll pick it up and sell it.
3 more steps, and I got beat down.
That's an SMG, and that's a machine pistol. Someone back there has a machine pistol of some sort. Useless grenades. Getting impatient. That sounded like a Torg. What am I stuck on? A pebble? Figures. And I was right about the machine pistol. Couldn't tell what brand it was just by the sound it makes, because that's not indicative of brand, not indicative of make or model. Sometimes it's indicative of the type, because there are different subcategories of weapons. Like, for example, a stomper, you can usually tell what that sounds like. Its one and only weakness is slow bullets. Ah, that's what I like. Phew. Not enough resale. It's hard for me to train myself to not pick up blue stuff and to instead look at only the resale value. I hate zoom with sights that are not scopes. It's so confusing to my eyes and my brain. You don't need zoom with iron sights unless it's just a little bit to represent your character's eyes focusing. I guess that's what it represents. You certainly don't need that much zoom with a dot sight. It just doesn't make any sense. Chemistry rocks. Not really a people person. What do you mean by that? I'm not such a bad guy, am I? Maybe I am. Quoting Bruce Campbell, but from what movie? Crime Wave. A movie that I actually like. I don't care what the box office says. Let's see if fire will work as intended. Watch what I do here. Fire revolver will be better than fire SMG. Watch what I do here. Had to finish off my drink first. Alright. Now, in order to not get overwhelmed by these big boys, what I do is I charge in here. They're completely distracted. I hide behind either one of these. It might not protect you perfectly, but it will at least protect you somewhat. If you have a fire weapon, you can hold them off a lot easier. Or a lot more easily, I should say. A whole lot of nothing. Usually they're a whole lot more than that. Usually they just keep on coming and coming, and they can be overwhelming if you're not prepared for them. A lot of people come down here into these caves when they're under level.
Oh, come on, let's get down. Come on, everybody. Check me out. I'm dancing. I'm dancing.
Well, I think that does it for everything prior to Sledge. Give me the cash. Mash them. That screeching noise they make reminds me of some kind of monster from P.O.'d. Remember P.O.'d? It's a very 90s FPS game from the 90s.
First aid kit. You won't regret it.
Not savage enough. A decent payload rifle.
All the latest and greatest in high-powered weaponry and gear sold right here for your convenience.
Underdome. Shopping time. I won't always do this between missions.
Buy an Atlas, and you too can see what it feels like to hold the power.
That's just
of
a
the
well-rounded
gods in
SMG
your
right there.
hands.
Healthy mag.
In a world of no guarantees, you can always count on the He's a real doctor when you got my machines in there scary needles.
I don't think I've ever burned through the Arid Badlands this quickly. My Doll Allegiance run is 18 episodes long. Each episode averages about 1.5 to 3 hours. The first 7 episodes are the Arid Badlands. That means over 1/3 of my entire adventure took place in the Arid Badlands. And yes, I will be re-uploading my Doll Allegiance run. I've only completed Playthru-1 so far, so I imagine Playthru-2 is going to be a whole lot of fun. This is a really good brick style of revolver. Exploding revolvers are great for a Blastmaster brick.
Had the upper hand. Make sure it's your first aid kit. You won't regret it.
What do you need, an invitation? Come here.
You notice how your reward for Shock Crystal Harvest is a Shock Artifact for your action skill. And the first boss, Sledge, has a tougher than usual shield, which you can break using that ability. Or you could use an electric revolver, which is even more effective. Electric revolver, even more effective. Or an electric launcher, an electric machine pistol, an electric SMG. Those all make good shield breakers.
We would like to remind the surviving 3% that we are not a taxi service and for the spread of this material will be
Hey, I pooped right where you're standing.
400% more. Awesome. Also, torque doesn't make the guns out of freaking wood.
I don't like that bad accuracy. I don't like the skimpy 12-round mag, but I do like that body 5. And I've got money to burn. If this was a Stomper built from these same parts, it would be awesome. Shoot.
If this crap ain't enough for your ailments, visit my infirmary on the water in Jacob's Cove.
Hey, I pooped right where you're standing.
Body 5 and Sight 2. Only too bad it doesn't have an 18-round mag. If I had a Stomper, it would be my boss killer weapon of choice. Most ideal parts on a Stomper are as follows. Barrel 4, body 5, stock 5, sight 2, 18-round mag. Shocking new ability.
If you're on a budget, Tediore is always the way to go.
Come on, let's get down. Come on, everybody.
Remember, you can always count on Marcos for the best guns around.
Nothing to do now but trample upon Headstone Mine.
Let's get you rolling.
Now, should I go ahead and do that or save it for next time? Let me check something just to be sure. Oh yeah, I'll go ahead and get it done.
You got it right.
Time for a nice relaxing ride.
I would like an electric revolver. It's not a necessity. I should be able to overwhelm his shield with a combination of electric bloodwing and SMG fire from either of my heavy hitter type SMGs. Stinger or Double Anarchy. The Double Anarchy could be a good boss killer. Oh, huh, yeah. I might end up favoring this over the Cobra. I don't know for sure just yet.
He is as far as he is.
Overscoped for its accuracy rating. That would, well, it's a burst. I don't do burst launchers.
If you need healing, step right
Best
up.
part left side.
Only buy the best. If the vault is real, you'll be able to afford it.
You can do a lot with an incendiary launcher no matter which character you're playing. And a corrosive launcher can come in handy against Crimson Lance later on in Old Haven if you don't have a Pestilent Defiler, or if you're doing an Allegiance run that doesn't allow it. Too bad I can't mix and match their parts together. Same for my shields. Too bad 18 rounds isn't the bare minimum magazine capacity. I'm going to be harping on that forever. I can't believe anyone ever thought it was a good idea for 12-round mags to... Oh, of course there would be a phone call. Good decent shield breaker weapon right there. Just a moment. I'm back. Didn't I say something in the previous episode about... Didn't I predict that I was going to be getting interrupted, like, in every episode? Anyway, I'm gonna have to go pick up a prescription for a friend of mine. Jump out the wrong side, why don't you? So... there's going to be at least another interruption before I finish this. That'll be in about 10 to 20 minutes. See how much progress I can make. And the first class mod I come across. That's cool. Was it black? Yeah. And what wasn't I just talking about Blastmaster Brick not too long ago? That could be considered some form of irony. Oh, if only this had an 18-round mag.
My pounds of flesh!
Size matters, but this is kind of a compact rifle. So that statement doesn't... I know what they're going for. Ha ha! Futility right there. Futility on his part. Fatalistic kamikaze philosophy. Crazy warboards. Cobra could have done that job better, but I don't feel like switching back to it. I like the 15. I like the fire rate on this. You want a fast fire rate on burst fire rifle so it puts all those rounds on target. Of course, this one does so a bit less effectively because of the low quality barrel. Quit being a spaz. I'm getting tired of this. See what I mean by spaz? You're just prolonging the inevitable. See if I can get to that red chest on my first try. I'm going to put the stinger on there. Stuck on a pebble.
More! That hurt.
Seems like that should have only taken 2 shots. Alright. See if I can get on over there before I have to leave to get my friend's medicine. Well, if you're going to spaz out like that, I'll let you do that on your own time. Come on. The rocks aren't that slippery. Rather, they shouldn't be. Now, will I make this jump my first try? I know. Now, what level will this stuff be? Will it be some level 22 Tediore stuff, or will it be 19? Oh, it's purple panacea. I think it's better than the one I've got, because the one I've got is blue. Well, check that out. My very first class mod. Of course, it's one I can't use, but still, I've got a class mod already.
You've discovered a class modification unit. Class mods, as you humans call them, can be equipped to modify your skills and proficiencies.
Gunslinger is also made by SNS.
When you got my machines in there scaring needles.
Best part, right side. Best part, right side.
Get your meds here.
Both have the best part on the right side. This one has the best part on the left side. Well, I'm going to leave the one with higher capacity equipped.
Comms can improve accuracy, regenerate ammo, or even heal you. Get yours right here.
See if I can take out that Mulciber operator from a distance with the Cobra. Don't really need that since I have a panacea. But I've gotten accustomed to making use of those way early on in the early game. 19. Scored 2 criticals and he's not dead. Don't understand how that works. If this was a stomper with barrel 5, that Mulciber operator would be dead.
You didn't like that?
I'm accustomed to being able to take this guy out from downtown even without a sniper rifle, so I don't know what's going on here. What went wrong there? That should have taken 1 shot. Different plan of attack. You always know where I am. I don't get it. Oh, you were under-equipped for sure. Will that be a 5 or a 19? It's a 19. 4 figures. Just a moment. I'm back. Don't have to scram just yet, but I will here pretty soon. And by scram, I mean go get the stuff I need to get. Doesn't mean I have to call it. I have never had a Mulciber give me this much trouble. Well, now that I'm this close. Why was that so hard? Finish him. I think there's a white chest down there. I don't feel like messing with it. How did I miss twice at that range with a match? I hate myself. No, not really, but still. Missing at that range. And I missed again. What's wrong with me? I'll put this one back on there. S&S machine gun with body 3. I predict it will have a fire rate of 7.6. Called it. The parts are barrel 2, body 3, and the stock is either a type 3 or type 4. Blech. 2 shots should have been enough.
No! I don't want to die!
Too bad. Should have thought of that before you made the conscious choice to become an enemy combatant. Well, let's not draw this out too long.
Time to pound some meat trumpets! You like that?
1 shot should have been enough. This barrel, though. That master dope. That'll be useless. Useless. Maybe not. Boom goes the dynamite. Speaking of which, if Jacobs makes grenade mods in Borderlands 3 or beyond, and shields, they should be miner themed. That'll be a level 4, and the fire rate will be 6.4. 6.5. Barrel 3, body 4, stock 2. Barrel 4 on any machine gun or combat rifle will give it a slow fire rate. But it does give you a bit more of a damage boost compared to lower number body types. Good recharge rate. Not enough resale value. I know some of these have 4-figure resale value, but I'm skipping them anyway. Because I'm rich enough at this point. Make should have killed everyone to death. You've got an electric, so I should prioritize you. What am I stuck on? Nothing. Electric SNS machine gun, slow fire rate, body 2 probably, fire rate of 4.9 times 1 electric most likely. Yep. How'd I screw that up? Probably because I wasn't using the Cobra. $85.4. Such a disappointment. Everything else about that rifle is decent, aside from the bad accuracy and the skimpy 12-round mag. Spaz. Really? I called him back, but he got stuck. Notice I said he. That's insulting. A rifle with a scope, a chintzy magnifying lens for a scope, and no stock. If you took something like that to the range, you would get laughed at, and rightly so. A rifle with a scope and no stock. Don't insult me. Really? I thought one would have been enough. I'm accustomed to masters getting the job done consistently with 1 or 2 shots. Of course, I know I'm using all level 13 gear. Normally, if I'm not doing an Allegiance run, I'd be decked out with all level 15 weapons and gear. Decent enough resale value. There's all my nades back. See if there's a class mod in here. There is.
When you got my machines and they're scary needles. Whether you're killing bad guys or exploring the unknown, you need a trusty gun by your side.
Whenever I play Roland, it always seems like my first class mod ends up being Rifleman. Nothing wrong with that. It's a good class mod. I'm just saying. Coincidentally, seems like that. That's what the first one. I don't know. And another class mod. Oh, ammo. All right. Now, close range, so I should put this on. The lesser accuracy won't matter so much, and I want more damage, more fire rate. This is good for close, medium, or longer ranges. Definitely master. figure I should go double anarchy. Shotgun doesn't hold enough rounds. I might be able to do this with just the double anarchy. Let's find out.
This one is a brute, and he has a powerful shield you will need to whittle down before you can hurt him. Don't let him touch you.
First, I'd better make sure how much time I have before I have to go do the thing. So, hold on just a moment. Well, I don't have to go do the thing just yet, so let's see if I can pull this off. Without... Let's make sure everything's set right. Got my electric right there. I'll just overwhelm his shield. Now, what makes this... Just a moment. What can potentially make this a difficult boss battle is not Sledge himself, but all of his mooks. I'm accustomed to his mooks getting in my way all the time. I don't like having to do it this way. Open up, open up, open up. Where am I stuck on? I was worried for nothing. But my concerns were based on past experiences. You never know what kind of mooks you're going to have to deal with. And oftentimes what I've had happen is, while I'm trying to focus on Sledge, a melee psycho will appear from out of nowhere behind me. Usually what happens is they run out of here. I'm facing right here fighting Sledge. That melee psycho comes up right behind me and whacks me in the back of the head, and I have to go into fight for your life almost instantly. Like it only takes 1 or 2 swipes.
I bet you would like to know what that is. The vault is real. What you are holding is the key that opens it. One part of it, anyway.
Let's hear what Steele has to say about that.
This is Commandant Steele of the Atlas Corporation, Crimson Lance D Company, 3rd Starborn Brigade. I have just been informed that you have arrived on Pandora in search of the vault, and within minutes have started killing the locals and causing a disturbance. This planet is under the authority of the Atlas Corporation, and any Iridian artifacts found here are Atlas property. Possession of such property carries a stiff penalty. I invite you to turn yourself in at once to the nearest Lance outpost and surrender any information or artifacts in your possession. Consider this your one and only warning.
Yeah, sure, I'll get right on that. Not. Opa, zim, shiki briki, if dumb cat. Put this stinger back on there. Another? Mulciber guy. Well. Oh. Switch Bloodwing back to fire. Screw you guys. Someone else must have hopped on that Mulciber. Bombardier. Yes, that is the right way to say it.
If you want to get to the vault first, you're gonna need to eliminate the competition.
How much time was left? 14 minutes. Shopping spree. I'll save the doll headland for the next episode.
BL1 guns shoot more lightning than the next leading competitor.
Healthy mag, but it has a scope and no stock, and I find that insulting. Payload rifle.
In a world of no guarantees, you can always count on Marcus guns. Who needs a real doctor when you got my machines in there scaring needles?
Only 2 episodes and I'm already done with the Arid Badlands. Makes me wonder how long Playthru-1 will take, because this is going faster than Dahl or Vladoff. Dahl Lil or Vlad Roland. Maybe it's because Mordy is my favorite character. Maybe it's because Tediore guns aren't as bad as most people think they are. It's all about getting a good pedigree of parts, like what this sucker has on it. Is that a masher? No. Barrel 4. For max damage. Max damage. Insert Carmageddon reference. Best part left side. I might go on another shopping spree after this one. Maybe not. Since it's not really necessary, I should focus on acquiring level 22 stuff now.
Hey, over here! Yoo-hoo! Yes, you!
Which I most definitely will be finding in the Doll Headland. I'll probably be getting a level 22 equalizer maybe in the next episode. Probably from a shop.
Thank you, valuable Jacobs employee, for your continuing patience during this transitional zombie apocalypse. Your satisfaction is very important to us, and thank you for your continuing commitment to making Jacobs #1 in customer satisfaction and accident awareness.
Sure is lonely around here.
damage, high fire rate, and recoil reduction into one lethal weapon.
Barrel 4, body 3. Good combo. Yeah, that sure is terrible, alright.
Even the best gunman gets hit from time to time, so make sure your shield is up to par. Who needs Dr.
Best
Zen
part,
when you have
left side,
Dr.
best part,
Zen?
middle.
We were betting on whether or not you'd survive and make it back. I had 3-1 you'd be zombie nugget. Man, the new youth station really falls off the spread.
Zombie nugget. Zombie nugget. Zombie nugget. That could be the name of a comedic metal band. Speaking of which, do you like Psychotic Symphony? Who else remembers them?
Jacob scans do one thing really well.
All white labeled junk.
Honestly, what
Even in the special of the day section. That's insulting.
Who knows what you're gonna find in the vault? Make sure you pack it.
I'll drink to that. Busted up 9 toes and beat the hell out of Sledge? You're making a name for yourself in these parts. I already put into Pierce to give you clearance on through to the Doll Headland. You ought to be able to reach New Haven now. I'm not much for compliments, but you did fine. Another match in my life.
Level 13. Not typically a level for Pangolin, but sometimes certain
Greetings, traveler. New missions are available at the Firestone bounty board.
You know what you need to
certain weapons, items, and mission rewards have kind of unusual levels to them.
There are new bounties available.
400% more awesome. Also, torque doesn't make the guns out of freaking wood.
I'll check the shops on my way back to Headstone Mine.
Hey, let's get you rolling, man. Let's get you rolling.
Going too slow.
I don't need to mess with these. Masher in my hand, I start getting a bit overeager. Maybe I'll get a level 13 Stomper.
Doll makes guns for professional mercs. They're heavy,
Barrel
accurate,
4.
and effective, assuming you're strong enough to hold one. Who needs a real doctor when you got my machines and their skill for anything less than the best?
Let's make it down there before the shops change over. Really? Spaz. That right there, that's the sort of thing that you can use to take on big skags with ruthless efficiency, including but not limited to Moe and Marley. Usually I do scheming that sabotage first. Before doing these, but Cobra, you're up. This was a level 15 Hyperion Cobra, or level 16 Doll. They would be doing the job a lot more admirably. But just wait till I get the next tier of Tediore, which is level 22. Yes, I'm a frag stealer. Stealing the frags. Stealing all the frags. That looks like a level 4 Vladoff machine gun. With barrel 2, body 3, stock 2. What will the fire rate be? Something like 10.4 maybe? 10.2. Don't know why I picked it up. It's junk. Who's asking? Chomp. Don't feel like dealing with spazzing out enemies. I know, they weren't really spazzing out. Should be a skull over here. Doesn't take that much effort. Someone's got an electric something. Probably an electric combat rifle. Yeah, definitely an electric combat rifle. And it's a Hyperion. With an 18-round mag, and that's the only good thing about it. If you could get at least one elemental effect per burst, it would be good. But instead, they proc unreliably. And that's just not my style. Would you consider the word Moxie, not the name Moxie, but the word Moxie to be a grandpa word? Yeah, I'm referencing an episode of The Big Bang Theory. Sometimes I actually like that show. Although the crits levied against it are legit. Best part left side. Notice how I used the word levy and not level. I hate it when people use the word level in place of the word levy. Levy is a perfect... How much? 16 minutes. Levy is a perfectly good word. Go ahead and use it. So quit saying A before... Now quit saying A when you should say Quit saying the when you should say the. And quit saying level in place of levy. Trust me, I'm classically trained in this sort of thing.
Get your minutes here. Don't settle for anything less than the best.
Less than the best? Why not less than the best? Well, he has an accent, so...
Dead meat, asshole!
Just getting the mooks off my back. Oh, that thing's spazzing out. That happens sometimes. Not sure what causes it. Quite the heavy recoil on this stinger. Really? Aim. Mashing down the aim key, I'm not aiming.
Keep shooting!
See that? Philadelphia experiment. It would be more like the Philadelphia experiment if people were fused to the scenery. That's a pretty good looking S&S machine pistol. It'll be level 13. It has barrel 1 and a stabilizer and a scope. Will it have an accuracy rating of about 80, I think? What will its capacity be? Somewhere in the 30s? 36 mag, accuracy of 80. Not bad, not bad. Don't prolong the inevitable. Come on. See how futile it is? Moving around like a spaz, it does nothing for you. You end up dead just the same. Once I hit level 22, I might get my mitts on a master that actually kills ordinary mooks per shot. Kablooey! Notice how even the smokestack collapses. I love those breaking noises and those exploding noises. That took more than I feel it should have taken. Did I? Yes, I did.
First aid kit, and you won't regret it. Encounter enough beasties out there, and you'll be happy you won from the next.
Now I'll go turn these in, and then go on a shopping spree. Well, I have to go to any other place first, then go back to Firestone. You might have noticed that.
The SNS philosophy is tech plus ammo capacity equals I
That would have been a good shield breaker right there.
It's hard to seek new opportunities with old equipment. Get your minutes here.
See if I can find something of the level 22 persuasion. I guess I'll go ahead and go on a shopping spree. Then turn the missions in. Then I'll see how much time is left on the shops.
Hey, over here! Yoo-hoo! Yes, you!
After I turn all these missions in. And by that point, the shops might change over. And then I can go on another shopping spree. But what I've got is good enough to serve me until I start getting level 22 stuff. I don't understand what the point is of a 16-round mag in a machine pistol. That's not enough. Should be bare minimum of 20. Best part, right side. Next episode will be the Doll Headland,
Do these teeth make my gums look fat?
or as I sometimes call it, the Doggone Headland. which I will most likely finish up within one episode. Still not time to go get that medicine just yet.
Thank you, valuable Jacobs employee, for your continuing patience during this transitional zombie apocalypse.
He'll receive a text, then he'll tell me it's ready, then I'll go out and get it.
Thank you for your continuing commitment to making Jacobs #1 in customer satisfaction and accident awareness.
Aim for the head! That's where the pudding is!
Thor combines good damage, high fire
It's
rate,
level
and
19.
reduction into one living island.
Can I get 22? Tediore goes 1, 4, 13, 22, 31, 40.
Would you buy first aid so that I won't have to fix you?
And then the manufacturer level tier system is rescinded at level 46. After that, anything can occur on any level.
Here's a free tip, soon-to-be zombie-paced man. You can't kill already dead flesh. So corrosive guns won't do deadly to a zombie.
Keep that in mind. Corrosive weapons don't do much to zombies. The base damage will still deal damage, but you won't get that Delta Oster Tango. Leave behind all corrosive and electric weapons in your Underdome bank before you go to Zombie Island.
Don't forget to check out Marcus's store.
That's a really good Cobra. All it needs is an 18-round mag. This is the fastest I've ever gotten through the Arid Badlands.
Don't be shy now. Come on, catch a ride. Catch a ride.
Let's get our feet out of the dust.
I'll go check the shop that's down in that fruit cellar. I'll skip the shops at Raid Zabin's place because the stuff in that weapons shop only goes up to level, I think, 16 maybe. Whereas down here it goes up to 19. Which means I don't really need to bother with it because level 22 is what I need. But I have to satisfy my curiosity. Again, a good Cobra. but it needs sight 2 or better and an 18-round mag. Barrel 5, body 3, stock 5, stock 5, and sight 1. Definitely worthy of a better scope. Shops will change over. This time I'll skip the fruit cellar.
Hey, Skirt here. My roller may not look like Blush Bride or anything, but she'll get you there. Might be even alive. Catch a ride. Hey, let's get you rolling, man.
Shops have new inventory.
Hey, sure got you right now.
I'll skip the fruit cellar shop. Will I find something interesting that's level 22? Don't need to buy an Undertale Underdome bank upgrade.
Awesome. Also, torque doesn't make the guns out of freaking wood.
Good barrel on that. Good barrel warrants a better scope.
If you want to get
Because
first, you're gonna
I
need to eliminate
don't
the
have enough
competition.
stuff worthy of stashing in there anyway.
Get your mans here.
Best part in the middle. A level 22 something. A level 22 Tediore something.
Hey, over here. Yoo-hoo. Yes, you.
It's not obligs, it's not obligatory, but it would be appreciated. How did I know there'd be an SMG mag in there? It's like the game knew what I needed. Now let's see if it'll do the same in the shops. Will it give me a level 22, I don't know, Tediore revolver with good parts?
Cheap, reliable, lightweight, and incredibly fast reload speeds. Tediore makes an easy-to-use gun.
See how that compares to my Masher. Is it the same? Mine has a better barrel.
Just can't carry enough bullets for your favorite gun? Sounds like you guys don't have supply limited.
Well, nothing left to do now but go back to my Underdoom base camp. I play Stalker the same way. I establish base camps where I can stash stuff. Except in Stalker, you can establish multiple base camps throughout every region of the zone. I base them around those blue footlockers. Sometimes they're OD green or any suitable stash location. And I still need to check Jake's place one last time. I might luck out and score something that's level 22. Otherwise, I know I will at the Doll Headland.
Please do not interact with the creatures in any way. Any resemblance to formerly living family members is purely coincidental, and any messaging to the contrary will be met with swift litigation. Above all, do not shake their hands, embrace
By the way,
them, and never
I don't do speed runs. That's like the complete opposite of how I operate.
We were betting on whether or not you'd survive and make it back. I had 3 to 1 you'd be zombie nuggets.
Cheap, reliable, lightweight,
Stomper.
incredibly fast reload speed.
Barrel 4, body 1, stock 5, sight 1, 12 round mag.
Nobody move!
High quality barrel and a high quality stock, low quality body, low quality sight, and a skimpy 12 round mag. But it is a stomper. Good sights on that.
Don't let the lads get the upper hand. Get a better gun today. Shields and healing. That's what I'm feeling.
Best part left side, best part middle. Best part middle. See how this compares. Recharge rate is less. Not that it matters a whole lot since it's level 13 and what I need is 22. Still, it has 2 of the best parts. 3 prongs left side, dog dish hubcap in the middle. If it had the soda can on the right side, it would be a perfectly parted shield.
We were betting
Just
on whether or
imagine
not
if I
you'd
managed
survive
to
and make
get
it
my
back.
mitts on a level 22 purple panacea with all perfect parts. Perfectly parted purple panacea. Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it? I checked these shops already, I think. I forget what was in
Iron
there.
Atlas, and you too
Yeah,
can
yeah,
see
I
what it
checked
feels
these.
like to hold the power of the gods in
Because I
your
remember that
hand.
underscoped doll sniper rifle. Underscoped in the sense that its scope doesn't keep up with the capabilities of its barrel in terms of accuracy. I don't have anything stashed, do I? No. Nothing worth stashing at this juncture. There, ergo, no need to buy an upgrade. But if this wasn't an Allegiance run, that would not be the case. I've got more stuff than I need here. I could go ahead and sell some of it. But I'll do that in the next episode. Oh, I forgot this has 2 of the best parts too. The left side part and the right side part. Next time it's the doggone headland or bust. And what skills should I go for? Maybe I'll get my mitts on a ranger comm. And maybe base my skills around that, because that will have focus on it, depending on its quality, of course. But if it's a top of the line one, it will have focus and I forget what else. But we'll deal with that when we get to it. I wonder which Tediore class mod will be my first. Whether it will be Ranger or scavenger? We'll just have to see, and we probably will be finding out next time. Till then, catch you on the flip side, and see you next mission, slabs.